What's happening, guys? Jason back with some more 1970 Buick GS action, and the final piece of the exterior puzzle is happening. So I went and bought myself some tires. Now I went looking around all over the place trying to find, you know, tires and wheels on Facebook, and I couldn't find anything exactly right or anything like that. So I just said screw it, got on Tire Rack, put in exactly what I got, and this is what they gave me. Now they mount and balance everything for me for free, all that stuff. There's supposed to be the lug nuts that are in here, but they only ship 4 packages, so I'm going to assume that the lug nuts are inside the tire, taped in somewhere. Don't know, we'll figure it out. So first things first, we're going to unbox them, and then we're going to take those Kragers off, which, don't get me wrong, I like the Kragers, but the deep dishes on the back are too wide and the offset's wrong for an A-body, and they're rubbing on the wheel lip, and I probably should have deleted the wheel lip when I was in there, but I didn't think about it because I figured I was going to get new tires, so we're just going to get rid of them. Plus they're more of the 70s build, and now the car's more modern, so might as well get some modern meats to go with it. All right, so here's what we wound up with. This is an American Racing Torque Thrust M in black with a chrome lip. Now, I am not usually a guy that will go with black rims. I've never really been a fan of them, but on a red car like this, I am more of a fan of them. So I got a shot we got there, but these guys right here, and it came with a Bridgestone Potenza tire. I don't know, it's supposed to be a stickier tire. So while they are significantly narrow compared to what we had on it now, they're a lot stickier tire. I'm assuming it'll hook better. On top of that, I can lower the suspension back down to stock and get better pinion angle and hopefully stop that wheel hop. So let's get these guys set up, and we'll go from there. I do hope one of them has the lug nuts in there, otherwise I'm gonna be pissed. I've never really been burned by Tire Rack though, so I assume they're in here somewhere. Yeah, 0 for 2. Oh, there we are. They were hiding from me. So, like I said, never really been burned by Tire Rack. Had a lot of luck with them. Tell you what though, they did have me slightly confused because when you go through checkout process, it says, do you want them mounted and balanced for free? So obviously I clicked yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want them mounted and balanced for free? So then you go through the checkout process and they're like, do you want to ship it to an installer or ship it to a address? It's like, well, I mean, do I have to ship it to the installer? So you go to the installer and they say, well, it's going to charge you $140 to install them or mount and balance. And it's like, but they just said free. So is Tire Rack going to mount and balance, or are they going to mount and balance? So I had it shipped here. I didn't know, and then they send the email and they're like, oh, select your installer to get them installed, and they show you the charge for mounting and balancing and all that stuff, and it's like, well, what is it? And then they get here and they're mounted and balanced. So it's a little bit confusing on their part, but it turned out the way I hoped it would, to where they just arrive and I'm the one who installs them. So yeah. Reverse. All right, 70s mojo off. With the little weeble wobble nuts and all that. Okie dokie. There we go, that fits nicely. kind of a strange offset, but it looks like it'll fit. I mean, this is what they gave me. Just gotta give them a little tappy tap on with the just make sure they ain't going nowhere. Now I'll do that 3 more times and show you the final product and torque. Okay, so they are on. I could have gone a touch bigger on the tires. I think it would have looked a little bit better. But I was concerned about, you know, tire widths and offsets, and there's no like clear chart, so I went with whatever Tire Rack recommended, which was the 225, 45, whatever, 17, and they're a little skinnier than I would want, but I can live with it. So you tell me if you can live with it, because I got it lowered down to where it should be, and ta-da! So that's the look right there. I feel like it's sitting down a lot better, and I like the style of the wheel. It's exactly what the look I was hoping for. Kind of brings it into the modern era along with the rest of the car. This side as well. And now I guess really the important thing is to go test drive it and see how it does, and wheel hop and whatnot. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, one big thing about these is something I didn't like on the Kragers is the Kragers use something called wobble nuts, and they are supposed to support the weight of the tire themselves and all that, but basically what that means is that your lug studs are what's supporting the entire weight of the car and the tire and everything else. These use hub-centric rings, so where the actual brake hub and all of that, the wheel hub and the back there, the brake drum is holding the weight of the car, which is a much safer setup. So yeah, we're gonna jump in the car real quick and go for a quick test drive. See what's what. Oh, it's a little warm today. You have to work on the IAC valve. It's I had a fuse blow and it reset the computer, and ever since then the IAC has been questionable. I need to relearn it. I pulled out of the driveway with no rubbish. That'd be easy on the 4th and 5th gear synchros while the transmission's cool, because they like to grind. This whole transmission's gonna need a rebuild. Before I would get a nice little shake in the front end around 65 to 70. Oh, it's so smooth. So smooth. Might have to reset my speedometer now that the tires have changed. I'll check it and see what's what. So the tires did spin a little bit right there, and it was not wheel hopping like it was. So I think the pinion angle change really helped that a lot. Alrighty, so yeah, that's pretty much the whole show of it. Tires, wheels on. I really like the look and the stance of it now. I like how it drives. I like that it's safer, and it's probably going to get better gas mileage to boot. So that's a win all the way around. Nothing but top marks for tire rack. Everything fit exactly the way it should. Everything arrived exactly the way it should. It arrived like 5 days ahead of schedule. I've never had a problem with them, and still to this day, nothing but top marks for them. The price was even reasonable. So yeah, that's the car. I'm basically done. I'm going to get the final detail work done. I'm going to get a console installed on it, and then we are going to have the final video of it in this current iteration, and at least the current videos of it. So yeah, stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.